Everyone. Hello to every one of us. Today I want to answer some questions that I've been getting about how does the sex of a baby come about. Last time I tried to do an online video on this, but the network was bad, so I'm sure most of us didn't really get the message passed across on that video. So today I'm going to be trying to do a recap to explain it again so that we can understand. So how does the sex of a baby come about? What is it that determines whether a baby is going to be a male or a female child? Okay. In that video, I tried to explain that we have 46 chromosomes. That is 23 pairs of chromosomes. Now, of these 23 pairs, 22 pairs carry other genes in the body. That is other traits. They handle every other information that parents pass from them to their children. But there's this one pair, that is two in one, a pair now. That's the 23rd pair that makes it the 46. You know, the 22 pairs will give us 44 chromosomes. Then when you add it to this one pair, you now have 46 chromosomes. That's 23 pairs. I hope you understand what I mean. This one pair are called the sex chromosomes. They are what determines what the sex of a child becomes. Now, let me break it down. A woman, a female, has 2x of these sex chromosomes. She has just 2x of the sex chromosomes, while a man has an X and a Y. The man has an X and a Y. So, when at the point of fertilization, at the point of conception, as early as that time, when there is a fusion between the sperm and the egg, and they fuse, they join, and then plant in the uterus, in the womb, that is when it's going to be known whether this child is going to be female or male. That is when it's been decided, rather, whether this child is going to be a boy or a girl child. What do I mean? The woman has only X and X. She has 2X. I'll be illustrating with a diagram. I hope we all see this in my diagram. She has 2X. So at the point of fertilization, she's going to be contributing just one, and the father or the man will contribute one. If the woman ends up bringing, or rather the woman brings her X, she contributes her X, she has only X, not ends up, she has only X. So when she brings her X and the man brings X at that point, is going to be a female child, because what the child is going to be made up of is X from the mother, X from the father. That is XX, making it another female child going to be birthed. I hope we understand that. Now, if at the point of this conception, in this pregnancy, the woman brings her X, which is the only chromosome she has, only X. She brings her X, and the man brings his Y, contributes a Y. Then that means it's going to be a boy child. You understand? Let's look at this, my diagram, if you can see this, my diagram very well. Yes. You see, the woman has XX from the mother, and this is the XY from the father. So if the woman contributes this X and the father contributes this X, it's going to be a girl. If the mother contributes this X and the father contributes this Y, it's going to be a boy. I'm sure you were able to see that a bit. Sorry, can you see that? Yes. XX from the mother, XY from the father. So when the mother brings X and the father brings Y, it's going to be a boy child. But if the mother brings X and the father contributes his own X at that point, it's going to be a girl child. So to say, it's actually the man that determines the sex of his child. Yeah, that's what it is. The man determines what the sex of his child is going to be. Why do I say so? Because he is the one that has different sex chromosomes. He has an X and he has a Y. But the woman has only X in her sex chromosomes. So at any point in time, the woman has only an X to contribute. Whereas it's the father's own that varies. The variation comes from the man. So when he contributes an X, then he's going to be having a girl child. But when he contributes a Y, he's going to be having a male child, because invariably the wife is going to bring an X and he will not bring his Y, and it's going to be a boy child. Unfortunately, it's difficult to say how these things come about. Nobody can tell you exactly what are you going to do so that you will ensure that it's the Y chromosome of the man that is going to be pushed out, or that is the X chromosome of the man that is going to be pushed out. I know that for some couples, they have their sex preferences. Maybe they've had all girl children and they want a boy, or some people they've had all boys and they want a girl, or some people they've even had boys and girls but they want an equal distribution. They want equal number of the boys and the girls. It's difficult to say. Some people have come up with some hypotheses that if the woman or the man does this before sex or does this after sex, but honestly, these things are not really backed up with proofs. So I can't sit down here now and tell you categorically that this is what you're going to do and you will ensure that you're going to be having a male child, or this is what you're going to do and you'll be sure that you're having a female child. Is difficult. If it is for artificial fertilization, yes, there's possibility, because artificial, that is in vitro, that is when it's happening outside the body. Yes, sex selection can be done, because the experts in that field can actually select the X and the Y and fuse it and then implant in the woman's body. Fine, such things, there's possibility. But when it's happening inside the body, it's difficult for anybody to say this is what you are going to do and you'll be categorically sure that this is the sex of your child following that pregnancy. So the men, you have seen, you are the one that decides the sex of your baby. It's what you give the woman that she delivers at the end of the day. So I believe I've been able to answer this question of how does the sex of a baby come about. Whether a female child, whether a male child, they are all blessings from above. Let us appreciate them when they come. But it's good that I tell us and make us understand, at least from the scientific part of it, the much we know about what determines the sex of a child. It's been lovely talking with you today, or talking to you today rather. Please share these videos. Please share so that others can also get this information across to themselves and also learn and also understand how some of these things come about. Thank you for those of you that have shared. Thank you for those that have followed and liked the page. I thank you for all your support, and I want to say I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.